Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning into the Edmonton Business Show. I have the lovely Juliana Laface here. I've known this beautiful and classy and very, very hardworking lady for several years professionally. And I thought it would be great to introduce her to my platform. She's really great at web design. I love her look. It's very classy and very sharp and professional. And it's something that's very rare that I don't see quite often here in Edmonton. And so I wanted to introduce you to her. How are you doing, Juliana? How are you doing during this quarantine?
I'm good. Thank you for the kind words.
Welcome.
I've been doing really well. I've been keeping really busy. As I'm sure you know, I think when quarantine happened, a lot of businesses realized like, oh crap, I need to be online. And so I think there's an increase in inquiries and leads for web design at that period of time. So yeah, I've been busy building sites for people, not specifically just e-commerce, but just, I think some people have had it on the back burner. They're like, oh, I need an online presence, but I'll like wait till, the time is right. And I guess the time is right now for them. Yeah.
Absolutely. And how is it for social media for you? Are you getting increased through Google search or through social media as well?
I actually I'm so bad. I actually work in marketing in social media, but I don't have time to work on my own. So I don't get like really any leads through social media because I'm not using it as a platform, which is fair.
Right.
I do get some inquiries through like just natural SEO, Google on my website. And then because I'm a Wix website designer, I'm a partner with Wix. So I actually get most of my leads through them, which is
Wow.
great. They're like free leads. The more websites I build, the more clients I help, the more leads I get. And it's like an annual thing that they just like started a new program for it. But I'm a huge fan of Wix and building sites on that platform.
That sounds very exciting. And I think that's great. Any graphic designers or web designers that watch this, at least they'll know that this is an available option. I see it sometimes when I go on the back end of my site, but I had no idea that it's people can specifically get involved. I thought it was like you have to be internally with the
Yeah.
organization.
I think I've been with Wix since, oh God, like 2011. So it's been
Wow.
about 10 years. Yeah, like when I first graduated from design school, I built my website on Wix. That was kind of the only drag and drop platform that was available at the time. And then I would do like friends and things. And then one day I was like, what's this Wix Arena? It's not called the Arena anymore. It's called Wix Marketplace. And I submitted, like, if you built 5 sites, you would get listed on there. And I was like, okay, well, I've built 5. Let's see what happens. And I had no idea. And then I started getting emails like for leads. And I was like, oh, this is interesting. And I've built like my entire business like around that and helping people with Wix websites. So yeah, it's definitely a good place for leads. I got so busy I had to turn it off because
Oh,
I'm one
nice.
of the individuals. So I mean, it's a good problem to have, but it was definitely overwhelming at times.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. And are you working a full-time job and doing projects on the side right now? Are you officially full-time
I'm
with your business?
I'm 2 full-time jobs.
Oh, wow, that's good.
Yeah, so I'm looking to make the transition at some point. But yeah, 2 full-time jobs right now, working for a skincare company as a marketer, social media expert there. And then, yeah, doing my own business, building websites and building brands for people, logos and things like that here.
Okay. And how did you get started? What was it about web design that gravitated you towards the industry?
Well, initially when I went to post-secondary, I was actually in business school at Grant MacEwan, and I studied that for about 2.5 years before, like I really loved marketing, but I didn't feel like I was that creative in the industry. And I also felt like there were aspects of it that were very hard for me, like the numbers aspects, like stats, accounting, finance, things like that. And you have to, in order to like obviously graduate, you have to get through those courses, which was a bit of a struggle. So anyways, long story short, I decided I was going to totally transition and get into design. So I applied for a graphic design program at the U of A. So I have a Bachelor of Design from there. And I didn't get in at first on my first try, which I knew I wouldn't. I didn't have like the portfolio that I needed. But eventually I got accepted on my second try. and I had no idea what I was in store for in that program. Like it was like the toughest 5 years of my life. It's very competitive. It's a very small class. There's like 30 people in there. So from there, I was really interested in design. I wanted to be the creative individual that came up with originally the ideas for the ads, but now I love the technical aspect of that. And I am a lot more successful personally designing than I am like maybe writing marketing plans, but I still use some of my business, some of the things I learned in business school in my business now. And then from there, I worked for a local company, and then they kind of pushed me to do design for some of their stores. And I was very hesitant at first. I was like, oh my God, I went to school to be a graphic designer. I don't know what I'm doing in web. And then I just kind of fell into it. And now it's like my biggest money maker. So it's kind of funny how that works. But I love that. I love being pushed into areas where you're not comfortable and then succeeding and realizing that you can do it and be really good at it.
Absolutely. And where do you see the future of web design? Do you think artificial intelligence is going to creep right in? Like, where do you see it in the next 5 years from now?
Well, it already has. It already has. So I don't know, so you said you built your site on Wix, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if you noticed, and I guess if you were to build a new site, you would see this option. But Wix actually has an artificial intelligence editor. So it will ask you a bunch of questions like, what is your business? What industry are you in? And it'll kind of formulate a template for you to fill out. So I feel like web is definitely probably going in more of that direction to make it easier for people to build their own sites, which is good and bad. But even with that being said, with the Wix editor or ADI, obviously I've still been able to build a business from that. So individuals still need help and assistance, even when they're given tools to make it easy. Sometimes people are just like, I can't figure this out. Like, I'm not tech savvy. I just want someone else to do it. So I think it will definitely increase and be easier, but I think there will always be that need, hopefully always be that need to have someone like me help out in that area.
Absolutely. And I really like your style. I know we met non-business related, but yeah. I love like the classiness and just the rich textures of the colors on your website, and it projects. And when I see you, you have the same vibe. Oh yeah. Do you have any like inspiration? Do you like Claire magazine? Like, what inspires you to stay with that level of tone and professionalism?
I don't know if I'm necessarily what I'm inspired by. I'm just, what's the word I'm looking for? I just really want to do a good job. So I think I come from that aspect of all areas of my life. I want to be like the best that I can be. So I push forward in that way. Same for the design of the website. There are definitely, you notice in the Wix marketplace now, it's not just me, there's other individuals there, but the variety of people who build websites is like, there's a whole scale from 1 to 10. You'll get people who, they submitted websites and they built 5, but then there's still someone who's built or they built 10, let's say, and then someone who's like built 5, but the 5 that they built are like really well designed versus the other ones. And so I always strive to be better every time. And I feel like I just kind of use that in all aspects of business. Like, I love self-development. I love reading self-help books, listening to podcasts, audiobooks. I just always want to learn. Like, the more I know, the better off I am, the better I can make choices and decisions and guide clients through the process of branding. Yeah, but it's interesting that you say that, that you see the parallels between who I am and my website, because that's a big aspect of branding. Branding is, what I do, and it's more than just starting off with your logo, your colors, your fonts, your typeface, and your website. It translates into everything: how you present yourself with somebody, how you are when you meet a new group of people, how you speak. It's all of those things. So it's interesting that you said that, and I appreciate it, and it's good feedback.
Absolutely. And right now, do you have a target audience of people or organizations that you want to do business with, just in case there might be some people on my platforms that would like to work with you?
Yeah, I'm fairly open. Like I know technically I'm supposed to have like a niche market that I market to, like within the business industry. Right now, I'd say generally it's like small businesses, which is, you know, a pretty big range. I'd love to do more, I guess like more web work or design work in like a more feminine industry, just because that's how I am naturally. But I don't want that to prohibit people who see me and go, oh, she only does one style. So I think there's good and bad with having style as a designer. Sometimes people come to you specifically for that style. And then I want to also be able to be available to everybody for their specific business without a style, me imposing what I want. I think it should be right for them. So therefore, I'm kind of, I'm open to everybody, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I'm starting to get like that too. I think I was getting a lot of inquiries from tech, but now with this whole COVID-19, I don't want to just focus on tech anymore. I want to, expand my horizons and help as many people here in the city and internationally as I can. So that's a great point.
Yeah, like I don't know if you need to feel limited in that way. I'm in a few Facebook groups and they say you should always have a niche market, because obviously not everyone is your client. But I think most small businesses are going to need an online presence. And so everyone needs a website. I would say like, maybe not real estate in some ways. Like if it's just a landing page, but if you needed a database with listings, that's a little bit outside my skill set at this point. It's something I'm learning, but I'm not super comfortable with it yet. So I guess I can't say everyone, but your basic like 5-page, 10-page website, I can do that. But anything more complex than that needs development, maybe I'm not the right one for you right now.
Okay. And
Yeah.
do you have anything coming up that you want people to know? Any webinars, anything that you're launching that you would like the Edmonton community to know about?
I'm not launching anything. Well, I'm going to launch a new website one day,
Okay.
but that's not ready. That's in the works. No, I don't. It's bad. I'm too busy working on other people's projects right now to promote my own business, unfortunately, that's the struggle of being a business owner, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess we can end it off. Is there anything else that you want anybody to know about you, about what you do, about what you're passionate about?
I think just in general, if you're an individual struggling with your branding, your identity for your business, if you feel like you don't have the best online web presence, please reach out. It's something I'd love to help you figure out and really narrow down on what it is that you're trying to portray to the public through your business. Can definitely help you with that. So yeah, that's my passion. I love helping people, and I feel like it's really rewarding to build websites and brands that really speak to a business's values and targets the right market and just makes them look amazing online. Like that's what I love to do every day.
It's good to know that you're passionate. And how can people reach you? How can they reach you by email or on your website?
Email and through my website would be best. Yes.
Okay. Are you
I mean,
able
you can always reach out on social, but I don't check it as much as I should.
Okay. So I will definitely leave your information in the caption. I'll be sharing this on Instagram, LinkedIn. I'll try to do up to 2 minutes on Twitter and Facebook, my personal and my business. And I'll try to tag you if I can find you on any of these platforms, and I'll make sure to share this with you. So thank you so much for your time. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. I'm sure you
Yes.
could be doing a million other things than this.
I'm going to be working because I work all the time.
Great.
But thank you so much for having me, Makeda.
You're welcome. Thank you, everybody, for tuning into the Edmonton Business Show. Next week, I'll have another guest. And if you have any questions, reach out. Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye.